the living legacy of the Knights Templar. Once regarded as an extinct medieval order, the Knights Templar are now experiencing a modern revival. Organizations that claim the Templar mantle have re-emerged in today's society, drawing on a legacy steeped in honor, secrecy, and ritual. Their modern incarnation, often characterized by coded language, ritualistic metaphors, and discreet gatherings, continues to spark both admiration and suspicion. Many outsiders, unfamiliar with the nuances of chivalric traditions, sometimes mistake these symbolic practices for the operations of an illegal or underground organization. A modern resurrection, reclaiming chivalric heritage. Across the globe, several groups proudly identify as the modern Knights Templar. These organizations are dedicated to preserving and promoting the core values of their medieval predecessors: courage, justice, humility, and charity. Rather than wielding swords on battlefields, today's Templars engage in community service, charitable outreach, and personal spiritual development. Their structured, almost ritualistic approach to everyday matters is a testament to a commitment to revive and adapt age-old traditions for contemporary society. Coded language and metaphors, more than just secrecy. One of the most captivating, and often misunderstood, aspects of modern Templar organizations is their use of metaphorical language and coded speech. In medieval times, such language was essential for maintaining operational secrecy and fostering a sense of mystique among members. Today, this linguistic tradition is maintained as a symbolic nod to heritage rather than as a cloak for nefarious activity. For those uninitiated in this lexicon of chivalry and antiquated idioms, these communications can appear cryptic, inadvertently fueling theories that the group operates outside the bounds of legal transparency. Clandestine meetings and ritualistic practices. Modern Templar organizations often conduct closed-door meetings and adhere to detailed ceremonial protocols that echo their historical roots. Such secrecy is not an attempt to hide questionable dealings. Rather, it serves to underscore a commitment to tradition and a deep reverence for symbolism. Ritualized gatherings, ceremonial dress codes, and meticulously choreographed rites work collectively to foster a strong communal identity and a profound connection to a storied past. Even if, to an external observer, these behaviors might seem peculiar or suggestive of hidden agendas. Misunderstandings and media narratives. Secretive practices and the use of coded language have long been the playground of conspiracy theories. The modern Knights Templar are frequently cast in the light of secret societies with concealed, and sometimes illicit, motives. Popular culture and media heavily focus on the drama inherent in secrecy, often blurring the line between myth and reality. Despite the sensational portrayals, most Templar organizations operate as legitimate charitable entities with formal registrations and clear community objectives. Their mystique is a heritage artifact rather than an indication of modern-day criminality. Odd habits or preserved rituals. What might be perceived as odd habits by the uninitiated often have deep historical and symbolic meanings. For example, the choice of specific colors, symbols, and even particular meeting times are steeped in centuries of tradition and deliberate symbolism. These practices are not arbitrarily quirky, but are selected to remind members and signal to the informed observer of the enduring principles of a bygone era. Such traditions serve both as an homage to history and as a tangible way to cultivate ethics and solidarity among members. The true mission: service over secrecy. At its heart, the modern Templar endeavor is far from the shadowy, illegal syndicate some might imagine. Instead, their mission revolves around community service, spiritual growth, and the promotion of ethical values derived from centuries-old chivalric codes. Even when their behavior appears enigmatic, it is a structured and conscious effort to channel the venerable traditions of the past into meaningful activities today. The graceful balance between maintaining historical mystique and engaging in open, constructive service exemplifies a dynamic blending of heritage and modernity. Conclusion: embracing a living tradition. The revival of the Knights Templar in the modern era is a fascinating interplay of history, symbolism, and community service. Their secretive language, ceremonial gatherings, and distinctive rituals are not vestiges of criminality, but deliberate practices designed to preserve a noble tradition. While media narratives and conspiracy theories sometimes cast them as enigmatic or even illicit, The reality is far more grounded. Modern Templars are dedicated to charitable endeavors, personal honor, and reimagining ancient virtues for today's world. In exploring these layers of mystique and modern application, one might also consider how similar revivals of ancient traditions appear in other cultural or spiritual movements.